Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we interplay here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
The Lions take over first and
Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's the option. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man, complete. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, 48 yards.
First and 10.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
17-yard line.
The numbers for Jones last week: 13 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Julian. Okwara. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the... Football back.
1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
From his own goal line, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Detroit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
Lions first down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Stafford looks to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. 23 yards the pickup there. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
The pass. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it.
Number 12.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside.
Stafford's
a gain of 6 there on 1st.
Number 80.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Their 48-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Zadarius Smith coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
What's not cool about the gain there on second down, that was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. Bailey's kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Brings up second.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 36. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And 5 at the 31-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to fire one, corner the end zone. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation. You're trying to get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at the start of the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Stafford here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jared Goff, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. 28-7, your final score. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 17-yard line.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That's good for 21. Yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Lions first down.
From the 50, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Detroit.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And a quick throw here that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. 11 yards for number 11. On first down, it's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the Packers' 24-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
A loss of 6 yards.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
The 9-yard line.
Throwing again at Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Here's Swift. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking deep for it. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And the lead is up to 5. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
17 yards.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But now it'll be third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. Under pressure, they got him again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Lions go for it on fourth. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Rodgers looking to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Josiah DeGuara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And that one makes this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st and 10, Stafford.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Aaron Jones.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Packers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.